Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining the meeting. Apologies for the short delay. Well, we got the tech piece sorted out. We'll get the meeting started with our land acknowledgement. Durham District School Board acknowledges that many Indigenous nations have long-standing relationships, both historic and modern, with the territories upon which our school board and schools are located. Today, this area is home to many Indigenous peoples from across Turtle Island. We acknowledge that the Durham region forms a part of the traditional and treaty territory of the Mississaugas of Scugog Island First Nation, the Mississauga peoples, and the treaty territory of the Chippewas of Georgina Island First Nation. It is on these ancestral and treaty lands that we teach, learn, and live. And I'm going to start as chair of this meeting, and as you can see on the agenda, we'll quickly move into the election of the chair. So if I could please call for any declarations of conflict of interest, just by a show of hand. And seeing none, can I have a mover and seconder to approve the agenda, please? Thanks, Michelle and Leslie. Thank you. Thanks, Shailene. I see your hand as well. And before we move to the election of the chair, because we have such a new group, if everyone doesn't mind, just indulging the group in just making some introductions, I think that might be helpful. And so if we can, we'll start with the audit committee proper, and then we'll move to the support staff that are here at this meeting and generally that do join and support the meeting. So we have 3 trustee members of the audit committee. We have trustee Michelle Arsenault, trustee Stephen Linton, trustee Shailene Pinello. We have 2 external members. Leslie Miller is here, and our other external member, Olufunke Majebi, is going to join us, but she is going to join us late. So depending on the run time of the meeting, she may be in time, she may not be in time. But I'd love to pass it over to the audit committee members just to do a quick hello, introduce yourselves, and then we'll do quick introductions from the support team as well. So whoever would like to start. Michelle, do you want to start?
Thank you, David. My name is Michelle Arsenault. I am a new trustee to Whitby, Durham District School Board. It's been very interesting and very fun as a new trustee. I am a mother of 4 children who were also going, some still are, but also enrolled in the Durham District School Board. That's me.
Thanks, Michelle. Shailene?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Shailene Pinello. I use she, her, or they, them pronouns. I'm a trustee for Oshawa. Very excited to be here. This will be an interesting committee and a learning experience for me, most certainly. But as an alumni of DDSB, I do think it's worthwhile to learn the ins and outs, even the parts that maybe we didn't see ourselves participating in. So nice to meet you all.
Thanks, Shailene. Stephen?
Hi, good evening, everyone. Stephen Linton, School Board Trustee for Pickering, he, him pronouns. Like Shailene, happy to be here and to be part of this continuous learning and supportive of our parents and students. Thank you.
Thanks, Stephen. Leslie.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. Leslie Miller. I am one of your volunteer public audit committee members. I am starting, I think now, my 2nd term on the audit committee. So my day job, I actually do work on financial and audit matters. I'm a CFO at Toyota Canada. So I'm happy to be here and support the work of the Board of Education. Good to meet you all.
Thanks, Leslie. And just to add a little bit more context to your background and why you're particularly well suited to be on our audit committee, Leslie was also a former business superintendent with one of our neighboring school boards in a previous life. So really happy to have these knowledge and expertise on our committee, and thank you. And then we'll do maybe an introduction with Olufunke when she joins us, if she's able to join us later on. So that's the audit committee proper. Those are the voting members of the committee. And the rest of the individuals joining us this evening are here for support or to present reports. And maybe if we can just do a really quick intro, because there are some individuals that are associated with the organization that don't work with the organization that some of the new audit committee members might not know. And so please just say a couple of words and then pass it on to somebody else. And Jeff, maybe we'll start with you.
Sure. Thank you, David. My name is Jeff Henderson. I'm the Regional Internal Audit Manager. And as David alluded to, we work very closely with DDSB, but we also work with 8 other school boards in the region. So a little bit of an interesting relationship, but yeah, that's me. Thanks.
Amin, do you want to go to you next?
Yes. Hello, everyone. I work with Jeff. I am Senior Regional Internal Auditor, and I have over 13 years of internal audit experience. It's really nice meeting you all. Thank you.
Melissa?
Good evening, everyone. I'm Melissa Durward, one of the Senior Managers of Finance at the board.
Thanks, Melissa. I did see Camille, and now I don't see Camille. So I'm not sure if she has dropped off, but Camille Williams-Taylor, our Director of Education, is here with us as well. Jennifer?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jennifer Machin. I'm the other Senior Manager of Finance with the board. Nice to see everyone.
Pat?
Thanks, David. Patrick Cotter. I'm the General Counsel for the Durham District School Board. I don't normally support the committee, but I do have a report tonight, so I'm happy to be here with you all.
Though you're always welcome to join us, Pat. Thank you. Sid?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sid Lashley. I am the Internal Auditor at the Durham District School Board. Nice to meet all of you.
Thanks, Sid. Trevor?
Hi, good evening, everyone. It's Trevor Ferguson. I'm a partner at Deloitte and a partner on your external audit of your financial statements. And as you can probably tell from my voice, I'm a little under the weather, so apologies for not having my video on this evening. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Trevor. And Kristen Talbot is with us as well. Kristen is supporting the meeting by taking minutes and helping with the tech side in the background. So thanks, everybody. And as I mentioned, Camille is joining us this evening and might just be having some technical difficulty. And I'm Dave, and I think I know everybody, but Associate Director, Corporate Services with the board. So the audit committee. Audit committees within the education sector are governed by Ontario Regulation 361.10. They guide the role and the actions of the audit committee. The regulation states that the audit committee is made up of 3 trustee members and 2 external members, individuals with financial expertise. And as you've been introduced, we are lucky enough to have a couple of external members with excellent background. The positive of having our 2 external members, that there's a little bit of continuity now with the recent election and the 3 new trustees on the committee, and so there is some support certainly for you to lean on. So we're going to start with the election of chair, and then I'll hand this process over to the chair. When Ontario Regulation 361.10 was first enacted, only trustee members were eligible to be the chair of the audit committee. That has since been changed, and so now any of the 5 members of the audit committee are eligible to be chair. We have had no pre-nominations for the position of chair of this committee, and so I would welcome nominations from the floor, and I would welcome self-nominations if anyone is inclined. And so happy to open up nominations. Leslie? Sorry, Leslie, we've lost your volume, or certainly I can't hear you. I'm not sure if other folks can.
Can you hear me? I am having trouble with audio.
Okay, can hear you now. Yeah, thank you.
Got me? Okay. Thank you. I'll put my name forward for a chair with support from Superintendent Wright to guide me through the process if I'm so chosen.
Appreciate that self-nomination, Leslie. Thanks very much. Are there any other nominations this evening? Okay, so seeing none, we'll declare nominations to be closed. And with that, Leslie claimed as chair, and thanks very much for volunteering to chair our committee. Certainly I'll support as much as I am able, and welcome into the role. And so I will pass the agenda over to you. Over to you. If you have any questions at all, Leslie, please just let me know and I'm happy.
Thanks for that, David. And my only comment will be I am having audio issues this evening, so please do let me know if you can't hear me. With that, I think we'll proceed with our agenda, and I believe we are on to approval of the minutes from the November 10th, 2022 Audit Committee public meeting. And could I get a motion to approve those minutes and a seconder? So I have trustee, if I'll say the name correctly, Penlio, did I get it right? And trustee Linton as a second. Thank you. Having done that, I'll move on to the, thank you very much for that. Having moved on with that, I'll move on to item number 7, the annual agenda plan, and I will ask Superintendent Wright to walk us through that, please.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. So on page 3 of your public session report, you'll see the annual agenda plan. This is a rough guide of the work that we can anticipate throughout a school year. Really the backbone of this is from a ministry document that suggests the timing and the flow of work for the audit committee. But this is a rough guide subject to change as necessary as the school year rolls out and the work of the committee unfolds and the work of the internal audit committee or the regional internal audit team unfolds, etc. So this is really what you can expect to see. And this is the regulation requires 3 audit committee meetings within a year. DDSB generally has 4. These are the rough times. We try and schedule far enough in advance so that there aren't conflicts. So this is our March meeting. We'll have 1 more in this school year before we start next school year in September. So that's it. Happy to answer any questions if there are any.
Yeah. Trustee Linton.
Hi, sorry, and maybe just point of process. In the absence of the chair, is it then assumed that David, you would take the role of chair, or is there an election for like a co-chair?
So the regulation contemplates that there would be an election at the meeting for an individual member of the audit committee to chair that meeting. But at the will of the committee, I'm here happy to support. Certainly, I have taken over chair of previous meetings when that's happened, when nobody else feels like being the chair. So I would say in general, we would have an election or at least have a conversation about it.
Thank you.
Seeing no other questions or comments on the report as presented. Do we need a motion for that, David, or just information?
No motion required, Madam Chair. It was just for information.
Thank you. Okay, so we'll move on to item number 8, call for any other business. Seeing no other business issues being raised, I will call the next meeting for June 21st, 2023, our next meeting, and then call for adjournment of this public session of the Audit Committee this evening. Thank you.
Madam Chair, that you will need a motion for.
Okay. May I call for a motion to adjourn the meeting this evening? Trustee Pinello and Trustee Arsenault. Thank you.